Hello and welcome to another Raggy's Beers, Wines and Spirits review on a banging cold night. I've got the gas fire on in here and I haven't quite worked out how to get close to the camera anymore because I've moved the octave over. Tonight I'm going to be reviewing from the recent Morrisons Beer Festival, which was actually pretty much probably the best beer festival I've seen in a long time. There are a lot of good brands there and a lot of new stuff. Now, if you could get hold of it, that was another thing, because I had a right job getting hold of a couple of the beers, and I never even got to them. There was a lovely 8% that I wanted, but an imperial beer. This is Pommelmocello from the Siren Craft Brew. It's a juicy grapefruit sour IPA. Now, I've got to be honest, until I tried Berliner Weisse last year, I didn't really know anything about these sours. So I'm drinking it, it's like, Jesus Christ, it's, you know, and it wiped the floor with my taste buds. And I mean, now I'm not too bad with them, but not my cup of tea, if I'm being honest. But, you know, one must try. I mean, like sour sweets, I don't mind sour sweets, you know. So, we'll see how this goes. So, golden pour, lots of carbonation and lacing, big white head. I haven't even done the rest of the can yet. 440ml can. This was either £2 or £3 to buy. God, it's cold in here. 6% ABV. So, oh God, I got a right whiff of something nasty then. This sour IPA is hopped with, I can't even read that word. I'm having to drink yet and I can't read it. I think that's it. Ecavet, Bravo and Mosaic to create the biggest grapefruit hop profile we could muster. But we've also included grapefruit zest and juice for good measure. Lactose rounds things out with a sweet and smooth touch. Yeah, the lighting in here doesn't help at times, but sometimes it's the colours on the background and the fact that I might probably be getting old and losing my eyesight. Bit of a triple whammy there. So, obviously, nice striking design, you know. You can't fault the people who make the beers these days, you know, they go into effort for this. Now, the one thing you hope is that the effort comes in the taste. Now, recently, Witchwood have made a startling decision by changing their beers and putting like a bland, it does look bland, labelling system on them, and they pretty much all look the same now. And whereas before there was individualistic, try saying that 10 times. But now it's like, if you look at Hobgoblin Gold, IPA and Hobgoblin, and then you look at Kim Goblin, they all look the same. And I don't understand the branding, I don't understand the need. It was good enough as it was. So, I mean, obviously, Hobgoblin Gold and Hobgoblin IPA were extensions of the Hobgoblin range, you know. Clever, you know, trying to get a name out there, which is, you know, you can understand them doing that, it's their brand. But, yeah, strange old getting rid of the iconic labels for these new labels. You know, if the labels were just as iconic, that'd be something, but I don't know. Right, let's dab in. Oh my God. Flipping it, that is a right twang of grapefruit. Although, some sours, I drink them, I'm like, oh God, I can't take it, you know, and you don't want to drink another glass. This, it's a bit like grapefruit juice, it's one of them, it's actually quite nice. Oh. So for a person who's not keen on sours, this hits the spot. 6% isn't translating at the moment, but it may do later. that is the doggies. If you love grapefruit, and you know, there's a lot of different grapefruit drinks out there now. Brewdog do, oh god, what's it called? Elvis juice, and that's a grapefruit IPA, and that is a very nice grapefruit IPA. This fella, grapefruit sour, and it's like the grapefruit IPA, but you're getting the taste, and the taste is immense. It's a true, you know, even though it says it's a sour, it's not. It don't taste that sour to me, but I like grapefruit, so you know, it's the spot massively. Ooh, the twang is just there, but obviously, if you like your sweet and well, your sours, you know, your sweets like that, you know, you open up a pack of them sour sweets, and you just keep choffing them. You have one, you think, oh bloody hell, that was tart, and then you have another one, and you choff that. Before you know, you've ate the whole packet, and this is just the same with this. You know, it's and I can feel the in my belly, bottom of my belly now. I can feel that alcohol content reaching in. Sunday night, back to work tomorrow, and I've been busy all weekend. Got told we got supposed to get somebody to come out for our ceiling, and they took because we had a water leak the other week, so they took the ceiling down the other day. I tell you what, the people who did it, I expected to come home and there'd be dust everywhere in the front room, and they were that good. There was no dust whatsoever, and you know, and this is a company called O'Keefe, and you know, I presume that they're all over, you know, East Midlands company, not just Nottingham. But I tell you what, they're blokes. They took the ceiling down. We had these polystyrene tiles on the ceiling, but with Artex underneath, and there was a risk, you know, they weren't sure if it was asbestos or not, so they took it down. But the job they did was, I've never seen such good builders. You know, they're a credit to their profession. And now we've just got to wait for the someone to come and plasterboard it, but and then and you know, skim it, but that's going to be a little bit of a longer wait. So we've got 4 rooms to decorate. So all weekend I've been doing the dining room, and we had the issue underneath the house with rats, and you know, yeah, if you ever get them, Jesus Christ, you know, and if you suffer with anxiety like I do, it you know, really tore me apart. And today I've been, even he chewed away at my bloody skirting boards, the arseholes. So I've had to put beading. I mean, in that room I've got wooden flooring down, and in the old days when I first got there, I put beading round instead of just putting new skirting boards on. So half the time it's cheaper just to put new skirting on. Take the old skirting off, put your floor down, and then put new skirting on, because it's cheaper than buying that bloody beading. But I put a new piece of beading on today, and cover up where the little shits have been digging away at me wood. And I mean, luckily now we should be shipshape now. Hopefully it will never ever happen again. I mean, I've got the air bricks covered with steel gauze that lets the air through but doesn't let little shits through. And hopefully, fingers crossed, no more. But anyway, back to this. So let the air get to it a bit, you know. Oh my god, 13 minutes, or was that 9 minutes? 9 minutes. I can't tell now, it's so far away. And yeah, I'm liking this. You know, it's a quality grapefruit. Don't be put off by the sour part of it, because grapefruit is naturally sour. You know, grapefruit juices. I've got a 40-pint barrel of grapefruit juice wine made for a tenner. Poof. And it's as tart as you've ever tasted, you know. And I didn't need to do what they did. I just used grapefruit juice and added yeast and sugar, as you do with homebrew. But this is the strongest grapefruit beer I've ever tasted. Brewdog's Elvis juice, yeah. There's obviously a great grapefruit beer, but this is just something else. To get a rush of grapefruit like this is just astounding. Now, if only people make fruit beers like this, you know, a strawberry fruit beer like this. cherry beer, you know, and then ramp that alcohol up a bit, you know. We don't want 3% and 2%. Well, I don't. And you may notice in the bottom it's a bit bitty. So obviously it's not properly filtered either. Something to keep in mind if you do, unless that was in the glass already. No, it can't be. Yeah, so something to keep in mind. You do get sediment in some beers anyway, you know. And if you've homebrewed before, you'll know that some beers you will get sediment off. But you have a drink it or you don't, you know. It don't bother me in the slightest. Oh, that's cleansed the palate. I can drink anything there. Yeah, fantastic. So, Siren POMPELMOCELLO. Juicy grapefruit sour IPA. Yeah, fantastic. Does exactly what it says. Golden colour, good carbonation and lacing. A whitehead that soon disappeared. No, big whitehead actually. Sorry, I was thinking of something else then. Grapefruit throughout. Grapefruit on the nose. Massive grapefruit on the taste. Yes, it's a sour, but it just tastes like grapefruit should be. You know, very, very good. Good strength. Good 6% strength. Happy with that. Out of 5 then. I'm going to give it about 4.5 out of 5. That was astoundingly nice. Oh, not quite top 10 material, because I like beers with lots of complex flavours. But as a beer, you know, can't fault it for what it is. Right. Thanks for watching. Back up the arse. Going to do some more work. Cheers.